Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sketch Lab for Kids. In today's video, I'll show you how to paint a kawaii bunny with bubble tea, the perfect Valentine's Day acrylic painting tutorial for beginners. We'll use Golden Fluid Acrylics and Posca markers to create this adorable design step by step. Well, let's get started and spread some cute Valentine's Day vibes. So if you want to use the constructivist approach of drawing some basic shapes first, you can see we're going to use a circle for the head, and for the body it's a little bit more of a gumdrop shape. So as you know, we can start off with some basic shapes, and then we can go ahead and start changing the outline of them. And that's what I've done here in my drawing. So after I've drawn the shape of my head, I've gone in, and now I've added the hair on the top of the bunny's head. And I also added some lines for the cheeks. So you can see the shapes here used to create the bow. It basically looks a little bit like a triangle, in the center a circle, and once again a triangle. The line that curves to the left, making some fluffy cheeks. And on this side we have some lines that curve to the right. Okay, for the ears you can see I'm curving a line to the left. Then I'm going to curve a line to the right. And then this is the inside part of the ear, I'm curving to the right. Curving a line to the right. And then you can see these lines are going to curve to the left. So once again, this is considered a symbolic drawing. So we're creating a bunny using basic shapes and symbols. And as I said before, we're using a constructivist approach. So we're building with basic shapes and basic forms. So now that's the gumdrop shape for the body. You can see the tail is actually a circle. So if you wanted to, you could actually draw that in and pencil that in first, a circle, and then add the fluffy hair around it. And you can see the shape of the feet are ovals. We added a few Valentine's Day details here. You can see with the paw print, we have incorporated a heart. And then you can see we're drawing ovals once again. And the shape of the paw is once again an oval shape. We have these two little lines there. And we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So once again, starting off the oval shape. The heart for the paw print. And finishing off those ovals. So you can see you have a little bit of overlapping today. So the feet are closer to us. You can see the paws are behind the feet. You can see that oval shape. And then behind the paws, we have the bubble tea. So far today we've been building this drawing with some basic shapes. And with the bubble tea, this is a cylinder. So if you actually want to use the constructivist approach, you can actually draw 2 dots, draw a foreshortened circle, and that would create the lip of the cup. I'm adding a little bit of thickness to the lip of the cup. You can see all these lines, the curve matches. Even the bottom curve. All those little lines that curve down a little bit, those all match. I'm going in, drawing in the sides of the cup where we would see it. Another foreshortened circle, and then the top of the little dome lid is half of a circle. We have our heart, since that's our theme for our little bunny. Going Valentine's theme today. So some people have a hard time drawing hearts. Well, the top of it kind of looks like a letter M and the bottom looks a little bit like a letter V. Here's the bubble tea. So we have our circles. These are in front, and then we're going to have a couple behind them. So that's once again called overlapping. And that's a 3D drawing technique. Whenever you draw shapes in front of or behind other shapes, it adds depth and dimension to your artwork. We're creating space when we do that. Here's another foreshortened circle. Foreshortened means it's squished. We're rocking right along here. Okay, so next up we're going to be moving on to the expression on our little bunny rabbit here. I've switched to more of a fine point marker for the nose and the lips. So you can see the nose looks a little bit more like a rounded triangle. And then we have basically 2 little smiley faces for this mouth. Doing oval, and then we're going to be drawing in 2 circles. These are 2 white dots. This is a characteristic of Kawaii style characters. So when you talk about Kawaii style, we're talking about Japanese cartoons and comics. And these white dots eventually will be eventually there'll be white dots, there'll be highlights inside of the eyes that adds to their cuteness. We're going to add in a few eyelashes. And I'm going to fill in these eyebrows. All right. So like I said, I'm using acrylic paint. I'm using Golden Fluid Acrylics. What really matters is using acrylic paint, because we're going to be working in layers today. So acrylic paint dries like plastic. So when we paint over a layer, it does not disturb the bottom layer. So for instance, temper paint is a type of paint that the bottom layer gets reactivated when you paint over the top of it. Acrylic paints do not do that. So while the paint is wet, you can color mix right on your canvas. But once the paint is dry, then you're basically just painting a layer over the top of it. And so I'm just putting in a white base coat. This is titanium white. Once again, I'm using Golden Fluid Acrylic Paint today. And I'm going over a little second coat. And now today I'm using violet and ultramarine blue 1-to-1 ratio. And I'm putting just a little bit of that into some white. And you can see I'm creating a very light value. This is called a tint, by the way, when you add white to a color. And now you can see I've added a little bit more of my mix, the purple, into the white and made a darker value. And once again, I've added a little bit more purple. And you can see we're creating 3 values of purple: a light, medium, and a dark value. This is just white for the lid. And now I have primary magenta. And once again, I'm creating a lighter value by adding 1 part color to 10 parts white. And the cool thing about Golden Fluid Acrylics or Golden Paint is that they actually have a virtual color mixer on their website. And I've put those cards up here in the corner when I'm doing my color mixes, so you can kind of see in advance what your color mixes will look like based on your mixing ratios. You can see I'm adding more of the primary magenta into my tint. And once again, I'm achieving 3 values, trying to create light, medium, and a dark value. And why would we do this? It's because value adds, once again, depth and dimension to your artwork. It makes your artwork appear to be more 3-dimensional. And you can see adding in those highlights with the white. Once again, creates that illusion, making it look a little bit more 3D. So you can see today's color palette is a little bit like a monochromatic color scheme, not quite, but we do have some purple in there, but we do have a lot of primary magenta and the different values all the way from the background today and into our character. And you can see with the eyes, I did 3 values of light, medium, and dark purple. I'm going to be doing a double outline with Posca paint markers. So the cool thing about Posca paint markers, they're great for outlining. As you know, with a paintbrush, you have to continue to reload it. And every time you reload your brush and you pick up your brush and put it back down onto the canvas, sometimes the line work is affected by that. So with the Posca paint markers, you can just keep the marker on the canvas and easily outline. You don't have to keep reloading it. I'm going to let the purple outline dry. And I'm going to start creating the white outline. And I'm also going to add some hearts in the background. I think it's going to add to our composition. And then this is red. And I'm also using fuchsia and dark red. And on the nose, I'm adding in some pink and a little white highlight. Now here's a little artist tip, is get yourself one of these circle templates. They really help out cleaning up those little circles inside of the eyes. You can see a little bit better. I'm trying to create the 3 values of purple, light, medium, and dark. And wow, look at our adorable kawaii bunny sipping bubble tea. In this tutorial, you learned how to mix acrylic paint right on the canvas, and also how we can let those acrylic paints dry and work in layers. We could add charming details with Posca markers and create a sweet Valentine's Day vibe. Well, if you enjoyed this painting, don't forget to check out my other kawaii style tutorials for more fun projects. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my step-by-step guides. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy painting and happy Valentine's Day.